Does anyone know what the show is on Wednesday?
Yeah, it's family reunion.
Family reunion. Okay. Try to remember that.
But I don't really know anything about it.
Hoping it's a family that reunites.
That's probably what it is.
No way.
You'd hope that, yeah.
I think that's probably a good guess.
Yeah. Oh, there's a network error on the Twitch channel. Let's try.
Uh-oh.
I think it was on the loading the Twitch, not the streaming, or unless it's error 2000. Error 2000 sounds really exciting.
Sounds like Y2K.
Yeah,
It
Y2K.
does.
It's finally caught up, guys. It finally happened.
Is anyone else able to go to the Twitch channel and see anything there?
Yeah, I see us there. We're live.
We're live. Okay, so it's just me that says there's a next network error. Try again, error 2000, but it's working.
It's working.
Error 2000.
All right, it's just me. Why is it so unhappy with me? Oh, there we go. Oh, it's happening. Yay.
Mine works.
Hi, everybody. We're with NoPants Improv. We're from all over the place, which I think is one of the fun things about the troupe. So hi, I'm John. I'm calling in from just outside of DC in the suburbs. Other folks say where they're calling in from.
Ginny, and I'm calling in from South Brooklyn, New York.
I'm Anne, and I am in Austin.
Hey, I'm Nicole. I'm in Chicago.
And yeah, two more Austinites here. Bree, Stacy.
Yay. And one of the fun things about No Pants, we do a different format every time we're up. So every time you see it, it's a new format for you, a new format for us. The format for today is talk radio. So you're going to get a chance to see 6 completely improvised talk radio shows. Each of us are going to initiate a show that is completely unknown to the rest of us. So the only planning is we know the show we're going to initiate, but our co-hosts and our guests and the callers, it's a surprise going for all of that. Like most talk radio shows, there's going to be the option of having folks with call-in questions. We'll do a lot of the call-in, but if you are watching on Twitch and you want to write something in chat, that might be able to be in the show as well. So if you have questions for any of these, feel free to throw them in the chat. We won't always get to them, but we'll try to for each show as well. And if you're watching on Facebook, then stop and switch on over to Twitch, to the NoPants Improv, to be able to go and watch there. And that should go like that. I'm sorry, I keep looking over here because I'm checking the stream. Otherwise, are we all set to go? I think. Great. So we'll turn off the cameras. When we come back, you'll see the first of the call-in shows.
Hello, and welcome to Hamilton High School Radio Show. I'm your host, Lucy Winthrop, and as always, with me is my co-host, Carol Ann Davis. Welcome back, Carol Ann. So glad you're here with me. I can't really hear you, Carol Ann. Can you take off your headphones? Thank you.
Great. Thrilled to be here.
So fun. Our principal has made it very clear that he wants me to say that this radio show is in no way affiliated with Hamilton High School. We are students at Hamilton High School. We are Hamilton High School hunting dogs. That's our mascot. But he wanted me to make sure that everybody knew that this is not a school-sponsored activity. Absolutely not. Okay, but here we're just going to talk about all things Hamilton. We're talking gossip. We're talking student activities. We're talking the square pizza that's in the cafeteria. But today we have a very special guest. Joining us all the way from Hamilton High School itself is our art teacher, Mr. Miller.
Oh, thank you. I'm really happy to be here. I really appreciate what you kids are doing with the show.
No problem. Mr. Miller is by far our most liberal teacher at Hamilton High School and thinks it's really cool that we have a talk show outside of school. But
If you don't control the media controls you.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
and I think it's really cool that you're part of the establishment, but you're not trying to bring us down like the rest of them.
100%, 100%. Mr. Miller is here to talk about the upcoming Fine Arts Festival and all of the excitement that we can expect.
Sure. As you know, we have the Hamilton Fine Arts Festival coming up next Saturday. Everyone has been really involved. I think one of the things I'm really most proud of is that the janitors have organized their own installation. And I feel like a lot of times we don't realize where creativity can come from, that it can come from everyone, right? It just doesn't have to be the upper class elites that have that, right? That we need to democratize the arts. So the janitor's installation is one I'm proud of. I don't want to give away too much, but I've got to say your art piece was really amazing. It's a 2-act play, which was originally supposed to be a painting, and it morphed. And I don't want to take their story, but I think it's going to really move you.
Wow, that sounds really incredible. We love our janitorial staff at Hamilton, and I think it's really great that they're coming together to participate in something so special.
It's totally bitchin'.
What?
It's bitchin', man. It's just bitchin' that we're
We're
not limiting ourselves to just students or who's approved by society. I think it's so cool, Mr. Miller, that you make sure everybody's included. And that's a really important conversation today. And I think that that's part of what this show is about and part of what they don't understand when they want to shut us down.
And I just, I don't know how long you want me to stay on, but I just wanted to mention, if you were thinking about coming and paying, we're an anti-capitalist art society. So in the style of Burning Man, you can pay through barter, or if you must use currency, we ask you to use Bitcoin, because we don't want this sort of, we don't want capitalism's gross hands all over it,
Totally. Wow, that all sounds really incredible. I'm going to go ahead and open up the phone lines if we have any callers who want to talk to Mr. Miller, or have any questions about the Fine Art Festival, or really anything else going on in our lives or in the day-to-day of Hamilton High School. And who do we have first? We have a caller on the line.
I believe it's Bryce, our quarterback at Hamilton High School.
Oh my God.
Hey, what up, bitches? We found your little channel, and we know you got that pussy on, the art teacher. We just want to tell you, we pooped all over the hallway before we left the school on Friday.
God, that's really gross. And you know what, Bryce? You may be the quarterback of the high school football team, but you're also my big brother, and you need to be nicer to me, okay? This is my project.
You're such a nerd.
Fuck you, Bryce.
So, Bryce, if you're still listening, just a lot of times anger is an expression of being hurt and being pain and being the need to be vulnerable. So if you don't feel like you're getting that on the team, if you want to come to Team Arts, just remember we're here for you. Also, you've just really incriminated yourself in a very clear way. So you may want to think about that.
Okay, let's hang up on this douchebag, also known as my brother, and get Tammy on the line. Tammy, you're on with Lucy, Carol Ann, and our art teacher, Mr. Miller.
Now, you guys usually refer to me as Mrs. Meister. I'm Carol Ann's mommy. Carol Ann, I just wanted to call in and just remind you that your cousin is going to be coming this weekend. And, we just want to make sure that your room is set up. And I noticed that you didn't clean it up at all yet. And so I'm just wondering when you're going to be home and when you're going to be doing that, because I made your favorite meatloaf. Sweetie, you know, we're so proud of you. We're so proud of you for doing this. And you've grown into such a wonderful young lady. And we just couldn't be more proud. All of you guys are just so amazing. And you know, I just want to say, you know, if your father hadn't left us, then you know, I would definitely send you to that summer camp you wanted to go to.
Mrs. M, I think it's really cool that you're calling, but you're kind of falling apart on the air, and this is a big deal for us.
I'm so sorry, kids. I promised myself that I wouldn't do this. I had a glass of wine. I thought it would help me relax, but I think it's just making me very weepy, and I'm so sorry.
Ma.
Yeah, sweetheart.
You know I love you. I think you're the best.
You
I know you're doing your best, Ma. I really don't want to do this on air. I'll be home afterwards for the meatloaf, Ma.
Oh my God, you just made my night, sweetheart.
Okay, bye, Ma. Bye.
Bye, Mrs. M. Thank you. Okay, great.
I'm sorry, guys.
As we wrap up our show this afternoon, let's get to the good stuff. Let's talk goss at Hamilton High.
Oh, I shouldn't be. I'm gonna hop off for this because you know don't wanna. Yeah, but you dish it out.
Cool. Thanks. Thank you, Mr. Miller, and we will see you in class tomorrow.
You're my favorites, but all students are equally awesome.
Oh wow.
Also, I just want to take a moment and say, let's not incriminate ourselves like your brother. We're not as dumb as he is.
No, we're not at all as dumb as he is. Okay, so from my anonymous tip line, I have heard that Thomas and Taylor have been doing it.
Shut.
I know. They're sophomores. I mean, do what you want, but
that's disgusting.
I know. Carol Ann, what piece of gossip do you have for us as we wrap up our show this afternoon?
Yes, I heard that they are shutting down free cupcakes in the morning on Wednesdays in the lunchroom. And I just think that this is a travesty of epic proportions. It is important that all of our students get access to free food. And I think that the student government is trying to shut us down. The school is trying to shut us down when we try to represent all the people who need that free food. And I just think it's really important that everybody complain and protest, because we are not about that. We are about this. We are about solidarity. We are Hamilton strong, and we will not allow free cupcakes to end.
We are Hamilton strong. And that's all for us this Wednesday afternoon. You can catch us every Wednesday at 3:30, coming to you live from the used van that I got for my birthday that I put a little sound equipment in. Okay, see you next week. Bye.
Thank you for joining us again at the Wino Witching Hour. I am your host, Wanda Watson, and as with me, as always, is my friend and yours, Wilma Woodson. Wilma.
Yeah, hi Wanda. It's so nice to be here on this wonderful fall afternoon in the city of Salem.
Yes, you know, the feminine energy really thrives in the autumn, but I really just need to stage this studio really quick because that man show about testicle health was in here right before us, and I'm just feeling really off right now.
Yeah, can't have testicle energy floating around.
No, it's just gonna really ruin our show. And today I'm really, really drunk. I mean, I'm really excited for our show because we have one of our favorite authors coming to talk to us about Beyond the Grave communication. It is Whitney Watterson. the author of Beyond the Grave Communication.
Been waiting for so long.
Hey, it's Whitney, bitch.
She's finally here.
Oh my God, let me tell you, I have so many crystals on right now. The energy is like, I have a crystal like buffet going on. I'm feeling all the energies.
My crystals are in my vagina.
That's where they should be. That's the right place. So I'm so glad that we're all so aligned. Thank you.
Yeah, it's like
So-
magnetic in here.
Let me introduce you, if I can, to my cell phone, to the paranormal, okay?
Oh, yes, please.
Beep, beep,
Oh.
beep. Woo! Hello, is this thing on?
I can't believe we're in the presence of the actual live cell phone to the paranormal. Like, you wrote 5 chapters just about how to use your tactile senses to communicate, and I am just so excited.
I'm still learning. I still haven't figured it out.
There's a lot to know, and I'm very excited to do some talking, because let me tell you, they want to talk. Big talkers, the Ghost Star. Talk about
And well, I know a lot of our guests want to talk to a lot of people beyond the grave. And I told Wilma, like, can we not talk to your dead husband today, please, Wilma, please?
I've been waiting for this for months. We've set this up, and like, is there no way we could just talk to Bill for like 2 minutes? Is there no way we could do it? Because it's just that he passed, a while ago, honestly.
Let's do that. I will tell you, to talk to the dead, it's about $5.20 per minute. So it's going to be a little pricey, but we have Venmo set up. So if you could just put the link in the stream there, we'll get going.
We'll just do like a minute. Well, I'll just do a minute. That's fine.
Yeah.
Bill's not, he's going to
We
be
won't need
dead
to
for a
talk.
while.
Yeah, 1 minute tops. And we can, maybe our loyal fans can donate into the Anti-Patriarchy Fund on our Venmo of the Wino Witching Hour.
Yeah, let me just get a little ghost lubricant, as they say on the show.
I had to use a pretty heavy lubricant to get the crystals in my vagina.
Oh, I bet. Oh God.
Yeah, they're big.
All right, who's ready to talk? Ooh, it's hot. It's burning my hand. They're ready.
I feel it radiating. I feel it. Okay.
Smells like Bill.
What should I say? Oh my gosh. Is he already here? Is it already happening?
Oh.
Okay. I forgot everything I was gonna say. Bill, how's heaven?
Good.
Good.
That's shockingly accurate.
I'm like shocked he's not in hell though. Like it's a little, right? A little?
Oh, wait, hang on.
I can't read that fast.
He said me too. He's shocked too. God is great. I know it.
He should be. So there's a
Whitney, can we hang up on Bill? Can we hang up on him or something? Because I have questions for you.
Oh, he's mad. Uh-oh.
that's so like Bill. Oh my God. He's gonna like,
Uh-oh, he's mad and saying no.
oh, watch it. He's gonna like punch a little hole in the heaven drywall any minute.
Oh, yeah, seriously, I'm hearing a knock at my door. Bill, sorry. All ended. All right, Bill's gone. Let's do some.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm gonna need more wine, guys.
Okay. Well, I was gonna ask if we could please talk to Kurt Cobain again because I just want to get an update on him. But if we have callers, then yes. Oh, is he with us now?
He's with us.
Is he still mad at Courtney?
For murdering him.
Whoa, that was fast. Very fast.
Oh, that makes me sad. Does he?
Hang on. He's saying something.
That's,
Whoa. He said that bitch killed me.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
oh, he keeps saying that. No one
Oh.
believes him.
Wow. Okay. Uh-oh. I'm getting a 666. We might have someone else here. Ooh.
Oh,
Is it maybe for one of the callers? Who could it be?
I think it's Beelzebub.
Beelzebub. Oh. See, she gets a bad rap. Like she was a really misunderstood person.
Yeah, she was. Okay, who wants to talk to the dead? Anybody? It's only, what was it, 5:20? Let's make it 5:15. 5:15 a minute. All right, let's get the calls going.
Okay, well, before we have our first caller on, I would just like to talk to Jean-Benet Ramsey and ask her if she is still cute and feeling good.
Oh, wait, I'm getting something here. Oh, the outfits in heaven are amazing. Lots of fishnet, lots of crop tops.
That's what every toddler should wear.
It's a shame. Is she watch Toddlers and Tiaras? I know it's not like a current show, but just like she was before her time.
No, she hasn't.
No.
They must not have cable or the Learning Channel in heaven.
Yeah, very bad reception up there in heaven.
I see we have a caller. Our lady is pointing. We have a caller.
Okay, so our first caller, welcome Joey from Atlanta. You're on the Wino Witching Hour with Wanda, Wilma, and our special guest Whitney.
Yeah, I guess I was wondering, do ghosts, are they like, or is it possible to like go on a date with a ghost? Because I feel like I've been haunted for the past 2 weeks. There's just been like someone sitting right next to me in my Dodge, and I don't know like how to make the first move or what to say or anything.
Okay, I'm getting something here. Hang on.
Sounds kind of like Bill.
Wait, stirring up the pot here, guys. Okay, I'm getting.
So fast. I can't even believe how fast you are.
That's so fast.
Communication.
I'm getting. Why don't you commit already, you asshole?
Oh my, that's just something that Betsy would say. You know what? I'm going to put a celestial ring on it. Thank you so much. I can't tell you how much this means to me. Yeah, yes. Celeste, I'm coming for you, baby.
Loves it. She's down.
God, did someone just get engaged to a ghost on this show? I mean, this is monumental.
This is a first for the Wino Witching Hour. We can do engagements. Yeah, maybe we could have more donations. Is there anyone else from Beyond the Grave that wants to get married to maybe me?
Ooh.
Marry you.
Oh, Wilma, you say that every episode.
I'm a little drunk, and so it's something that comes out in me.
Whitney, is there like a
spirits? Let's ask the spirits if they think you should get married. Should we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boom. Crystals are going crazy right now. Seriously. Okay.
I can feel them.
All right, here we go. Should these two get married?
It's like really pressing up against my cervix right now.
It said it's complicated.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm just seeing how the spirits kind of are like the language is reminiscent of the Magic 8 Ball. I like that fluidity.
Yeah, I just like everything clear. It's like a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Whitney, we just love you. Will you promise to come back and visit us again?
Oh, totally. I cannot wait. And let me tell you, I'm getting a newer model. I'm gonna get the Samsung version of this. It's gonna be legit. It's gonna be so good. Hello.
Oh my God, Wilma, we have to change. So Whitney, tell us when your next workshop is so our callers can attend. And then I'm afraid we're out of time.
Okay, next workshop is going to be next Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. CST. And the cost is going to be $1,200 worth every damn penny, because let me tell you, you're going to talk to everyone you want to talk to.
That's very reasonable. I love it. All right, ladies. I hope you have a witchin' Wednesday evening. And thank you, everyone, for joining us on the Wino Witching Hour.
Hello, everybody. If my signal is getting through, then you have currently found the Truth with Tim Truth Time Talbot. And you're listening, possibly also tuning in on our Twitch channel to Conspiracy Orlando, the only pirate Twitch stream radio broadcast that's telling the truth about the happiest city on earth. I'm here with my special guest, Whitney. Whitney is not her actual name. Whitney chooses to go by a code name, which I respect, because I thought I knew what the truth of Orlando was. And then I remember, Whitney, do you remember when we first met? We were just outside the entrance to Space Mountain.
Right, and I did tell you that I didn't really want to share information about how we met because I have a good feeling that there were cameras there at the time. And, you know, we gave that secret handshake, and I'd really like that to not get out. But hey, you just put it out there, so great job.
That's honest. That's why Whitney has become my conspiracy guru. And again, I'm glad that, again, thank you for coming on this. I remember last week I said calling live from Deltona, and you had to move as a result, and I'm sorry about that. But if anyone out there is listening, Whitney is no longer located, or maybe, oh God, I'm ruling that out. I think there's a big state, no longer in Deltona, probably.
I'm underground. That's all we need to say. I'm just under the ground. And yeah.
I appreciate that. Whitney, I understand that you had some interesting dirt on Lake Eola, one of the most prominent lakes in the downtown, possibly the only lake in downtown Orlando. Only one that I'm aware. There's a lot of lakes. It's one that I'm aware of.
Yeah, so let me tell you, when you're underground, you get a lot of dirt because that's basically all there is here. The reception is kind of spotty, so I'm really happy that I'm actually able to broadcast right now. The lake, I'm going to tell you right now, it's not actually a lake.
What? Callers, I don't know if you've seen, it looks very much like a lake.
It is very much not a lake, and I'll tell you why. There are 3 reasons. 1, the name, not typical with lake names. Okay, typically there's a lake in front of it, and it's a longer name. So already there's a red flag. 2, you can't go swimming or boating in it. Why? Because of the algae that's deadly. Okay, what kind of lake is that?
I've never seen algae on the surface of the lake, which makes it even more menacing.
Yes. And 3, because I did get a call from Tupac, who is very much alive, and he said, hey, guess what? That's not a freaking lake. So, hello, that's my biggest red flag.
Way to bury the lead. Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. We'll call it just Eola from now on, something other Eola. Maybe tune in next week. You'll find out what it is, if not a lake.
Yeah, I mean, he said it was a very large puddle.
That's different. Whitney, I know it's hard to surprise you, but I went ahead and I think I've gotten one here. Whitney, I've got Whitney's mom. Come on up. Come on up. The apple does not far fall from the tree. I met Whitney's mom while helping Whitney move out of her place in Deltona and we just started talking, and I realized this is where you're getting the truth from. This is where you're getting it. So without further ado, yeah.
Hi, yes, I am Whitney's mom. I would prefer if you called me Whitney's mom and not by my real name, because I, of course, don't feel comfortable sharing that because you never know who's listening. Yeah, I wanted to bring up my children, not to be sheep in this world, to really to really do what you advocate on this show, and that's just seeking the truth and looking beyond what this nonsense government is telling us, because we know that it's all fake. And so I'm very proud of my Whitney for really finding her own way. And we're called a family of conspiracy theorists, but really we're just out here trying to find out what really happened.
A lot. First of all, I have to say, Whitney, I'm so jealous because my mom would just go around introducing us as if your name wasn't just the first step in stealing your identity. So I've got to say I'm a little bit jealous. And I'm just curious if there was a moment in your family when you first realized that the truth wasn't.
So I just want to say I'm a little bothered about mommy being here right now, because the last time we did this, she gave out my address just to get more followers on Facebook and Instagram. And I actually had to dig underground like an extra 10 feet. And let me tell you, it's getting harder to breathe here. So I appreciate this whole family loving scenario you have set up here. But mommy, like you really messed me up.
I'm so sorry that you feel that way. I think you just need to realize that I'm trying to build a base of people like us. And if that means sharing social media handles and mailing addresses, if the government comes to get us, so be it. But if we're able to convince a couple other people that the truth has not been revealed, then I think it's worth it. Does that make sense?
There was an alien outside my door asking for an autograph. Do you know how freaked out I was about that? And they said, I was like, oh my God, how'd you find me? From mommy's Facebook post.
Yeah, and now you know that aliens are real and they do exist on planet Earth. They have come to visit us. And we can share that with all of the disbelievers out there. The non-believers, excuse me.
I knew they were real. Tim, tell them about the time that we saw the two aliens at IHOP eating pancakes and was it sausage or bacon? It was interesting.
I just got to say, I really appreciate just finding out about this. And I understand we have some callers. I expected them from their show to get calls for Conspiracy Orlando, but I understand there's some callers. Whitney's mom, Whitney, as you may know or not, I suspect you knew, your mother has recently started Conspiracy Whitney, a really niche conspiracy blog, and also a video blog about conspiracies about your life that she's sharing. And I understand there's some real interests in there. So we've got a caller, X from Gainesville, who has a question, I suspect, to Whitney's mom about Whitney.
Yeah. Hey, Tim, true time, huge fan. Tell the truth. It hurts.
It does.
Well, I got a couple questions for your panel today. The first question is not personal. The second is very personal. The first question, where do you guys stand on our Florida, Gainesville, Florida guy, Tom Petty, his death being caused by the actual killer whales at SeaWorld? Because I'm thinking that's the way he went. That's how he died. Where do you guys stand?
Well, I'll say that I don't stand, I ride the killer whale that he is riding right now, because that's exactly what's happening. They rode off together. Remember the whale? Hey, no one heard about the whale again. And right now, I believe where do we track it, Tim? I want to say it was like
It was up the coast. Ultimate Oregon. It went up the East Coast, then back down, then through the Panama Canal, and then I think was beginning to approach Oregon. Yeah. Petty never does something in a straight line. That's classic
It's
Petty.
True.
I knew you guys would know. I wasn't quite sure about the Panama Canal connection, but that makes a lot of sense. Thank you, because you just validated an argument that I've been having with my friend because I'm single. I don't have a wife, and I'm just want to. This brings me to my second question for Whitney's mom. I hope it's not out of line of me to tell you that Whitney's mom, you got it going on. And I happen to have some information about a certain karaoke bar on East 14th Street. And I may have some information that you're very good at karaoke. And I wanted to know if you wanted to maybe meet with me for a drink there sometime.
Oh my goodness. I'm so flattered. As a mom, I don't get asked out very, very often. So I'm going to say absolutely, because while I don't want to share my whereabouts on the internet, I am an older woman with needs that need to be met. So I will be meeting you this evening on 14th Street.
I'll meet your needs. Oh, that's great.
Okay.
Mom, come on, Mom.
Sorry. I'm sorry. It's who I am.
I've got to say, I love doing this. I feel bad doing a plug, but I do also, if any listeners of this state may not know, I also do Orlando Older Women with Needs, a regular radio station you might find interesting. But I love finding love wherever it may be hidden. So that's great. We're running out of time here. So I just, as a final thing, we've got one final caller here, caller G, really quickly. You're on the line.
Yes, hello. I just want to know really quickly, where do you stand on the chocolate chip cookie conspiracy? Once and for all.
Oh, no, you didn't go there. Tim, should we get into this again?
It's in order to go into this, let's talk about the things we'd have to cover. 9/11. Who killed Kennedy?
Mm-hmm. Yes. The Candyman 4 movie that's going to come out.
Right. Why did that get greenlit? That's all part of this. What got cut from Forrest Gump, intimately related to the cookie doing this.
Yeah. Turtle lovemaking.
Yeah.
Not really lovemaking. I'll just say that now.
No, not unless you really have intimacy issues. That should not be. If you make love like turtles do, that's not what it is. Yeah. That's probably the most important thing we can do with our listeners. So just to recap here, we'd like to go off. We've got, I guess what each of us, our truth, one truth that I'm coming out is that Whitney's mom is not just a mother, but below that exterior is a woman with needs and great karaoke skills. So I know that's a truth that I came with. Whitney, there's something, a truth that you came with this episode with?
Yeah, I did. Tupac has yet to drop his greatest album. So, keep an eye out and I will be the one to contact to get a hold of it.
Thanks. And I think Whitney's mom, if you want to send us off with some truth that you found this afternoon.
Yeah, some truth that I found is that JFK Jr. is alive and well and living on Epstein's Island.
I don't know how many times we can keep saying that before they believe us. Exactly. Thank you very much. This has been Orlando Conspiracy. If you hear it anywhere else, it's probably a lie. Tune in next week.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to my least favorite murder. Not to be confused at all with my favorite murder, and by no means are we copying anything that someone has already done, okay? Let me get my prompt here. Okay, not a butcher knife. We're trying to be safe on the show. Maybe if you're like a vegan, this could be considered murderous. Who wants some butter? Anyway, so where's my amazing co-host who actually doesn't know a lot about murder, but she's fun. She's here. Whatever. How's it going? How are you?
I'm
happy that I get to do this. I mean, like, I think I'm understanding you better right now.
Are you? Okay, so I'm hoping you went to the notes that I told you to research. Okay, so least favorite murder today is going to be John Wayne Gacy. Okay, clown killer. Woo. Who knows this killer? Do you know this? Did you research?
I did. I was so confused at first because, you know, I'm being Sarah Beth. I get really confused really quickly. But he killed kids and he dressed as a clown?
Yes, I told you he did not kill clowns. He dressed as a clown and killed kids. 33 young men. Can you believe that shit? 33.
Well, I can't believe it. And I see why you're nominating him for your award because, like, I think that is, you know, maybe the world should be, you know, done with people like that. Get real. You know, the one I brought really doesn't, I don't know if many people are familiar, but my great uncle Rob, he died in the old folks home, but I think he was murdered. And I think that is probably my least favorite murder because I think those orderlies killed him. It wasn't his time yet.
So we're going to talk about this again. Okay, you realize that he had diabetes, cancer, gout, moles, HPV. It goes on. Like, he was not murdered.
I feel like we should call into that conspiracy show and maybe they could research it for us because I think HPV is not a killer. I mean, he was just very sexual for a 95-year-old.
Okay, for another time, all right? I want to get back to John Wayne Gacy. First of all, here's what I hate. John Wayne, hello. Like the classic Western movies, John Wayne. And this
was he murdering people? Was he murdering people in the Westerns? Is he your favorite murderer?
He might have been my favorite murderer in the Westerns. I mean, he was a gunslinger, you know, pow, 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 but they were all bad guys. All bad guys, not like this clown killer. Again, not killing clowns, a clown that kills people.
Okay. I got it, dear. I got it. I'm here for you. Even though I just live next door, I'm here for you in all ways.
Yes. So let's take a caller because I want to see if anyone else is pissed off about that name. I'm sorry, who named this clown killer after this famous Western actor? Who did that?
Plagiarism or something, right? Right?
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay, first caller. Let's do our little call tone that we do. Here we go. Ring, ring. And caller. I hope you work this tech out.
I'm in charge of the tech. Yes, I see the notes here. It says we have a caller named Chet from Orlando, and I hope you're not a murderer, right? Because it's not about liking murders; it's about not liking them. Don't like them.
No, I'm first time caller. Like super glad you're doing this. I recently have reconnected with an ex. Who may have been murdered. And I wanted to know like how to broach that subject in an appropriate way.
Okay, I feel like step one is talking about how the reconnection happened with someone that was murdered.
Oh yes, she's a ghost in my Dodge.
Oh wow, so she came back from the dead to sit in your Dodge?
Yeah, I really haven't. I'm bad with small talk, but
that's witchy. That's fun, huh? That's good.
Yeah, that's fun. I don't know. I think we might need to move this over to that conspiracy thing. Anyway, so that's a great topic. Maybe we talk about how this relates to the clown killer.
Sure.
Chet, do we still have you on the line?
No, oh, sorry. I'm still here. She was calling me out to the truck. She can honk the horn. It's cool.
Oh no. Okay. I think she might be messing with the frequency too.
Yeah. But she also mentioned that, oh, no, she's doing it in Morse code. She was not killed by the clown killer. It was a different murderer. So I'm sorry for wasting your time. I feel so stupid.
No, you're not stupid.
Thank you.
He's pretty stupid. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Co-hosts, get
Well,
him up.
Sarah, we forgot to mention that we have an expert on clowns. I found, it's a surprise for you. I found a guest for our show. It's the clown who did my little Jimmy's birthday party. Crazy clown, Courtney.
Get him.
This is Courtney, and I brought my little friend Nasty Cat with me today. We're so happy to be here, aren't we, Nasty Cat? Yeah, we're so happy to be here. Let's talk about our least favorite murders.
Let's do, please. Okay, can you, wow, first of all, I just want to say that I'm so excited right now. I can't even contain myself. Tell me, this is what I would love to hear from you. The setup of your least, in the clown killings, the least favorite murder scene.
Well, I'll go first. Well, I think Nasty Cat and I have talked about this, and really our least favorite one are the ones that involves puppets, right? Right. It just makes the puppet world look bad. It's just we're kind, we're caring, we're chill. And I just think, pretend to be a clown. Ruin clowns. Nobody likes clowns anyway. They're scary, but let's say it together. Why do you have to bring puppets into it?
Puppets are so fun. I completely agree with you. I enjoy happy things.
Yeah, it's true. Whenever the police came in and saw those two puppet eyes on the skillet, I have to say I was disgusted by that. I mean, really? Puppet eyes? Ew. Disgusting. I mean,
Yeah.
What's next? Yeah. Puppet ear?
Yeah.
Puppet nose?
It was really, it was hard for us to see. I wish I had never seen those images. Nasty Cat honestly hasn't been the same ever since, and it's just been really hard.
Anything that's, not meant to be on a skillet is pretty disturbing. So we understand completely.
Yeah.
So where do you fall on the whole John Wayne being a clown? Isn't that hilarious?
I mean, here's the bottom line. We're just not a fan of anyone who uses fun, happy, joyful children things to get to kids. Yeah, it's just wrong. It's it gives us all a bad name, and most of us are really nice people.
It's true. Who's seen a Full Metal Jacket? All right. He goes, is that you, John Wayne? Is this me? I mean, was he talking about a clown? And some people might think that, which bothers me terribly, which makes this my least favorite
murder.
Okay, let's try that again, guys. Which makes us my
least favorite
murder. Okay, we're still working on that. Least favorite co-host still has some kinks to fix, but hopefully.
She always threatens me with that butter knife. It's hilarious every time. Sometimes in the morning I see her by my garden.
That's so not true. Not true at all. Okay, so okay, go ahead, tell them about the next show times and all that jazz. We got to get out of here.
Well, thanks for joining us, Courtney Clown. Offline, I want to talk to you about your college experience because I'm thinking I have a gifted boy on my hands and he could really use a nice clowny kind of college. So we'll talk. But tune in, everyone, next week. Same murderous time, same murderous channel. My least favorite murder.
I'm Janelle, and you're listening to Deep Down Under. This is, of course, the show where we explain the subtle rules of human behavior. Now, my co-host Joey and I were big believers in first contact, alien observation. Now, we're by no means conspiracy theorists, nuts, or anything. We all operate within the realm of possibility here. And we know that aliens must be listening. So
it's a mathematical near certainty.
Near certainty, exactly. The universe is a very large place. And we've generated a lot of content, you know, as human beings about just our humanness, but were aliens to come visit, I don't think they would understand the subtle rules of human behavior. Now, last week we talked at length about the rules of when it is okay to make fun of a loved one's relatives, and when it is not. And
this is the kind of thing that can really trip aliens up, right? Just because they figured out a way to move faster than light, which almost seems necessary in order to travel the vast distances of space to be able to visit our planet, doesn't mean that they can get the context and the subtle social nuances. And so this is for them. So we're here for you. And if you're not an alien, we welcome your calls. And of course, you're still doing the most of the donations.
Yeah, and certainly everyone can learn from this show. You know, we talk about all kinds of topics. We've, of course, talked extensively about when it is okay to wear a Speedo and when it is not.
Mostly not.
It turned out to be mostly not, which was actually a surprise to me because I've seen a lot of Speedos in my lifetime, and I've always thought, you know, this isn't okay, but I thought, you know, I'm in the minority here. I'm seeing a lot of banana hammocks, and turns out mostly not. So if you missed that show, you can go back a couple of weeks and listen to it, or just take our word for it
and it's difficult. It's difficult to figure out what's the average size to be displaying. And when you're from a whole other planet and species, it conceals very little. You should know that about that. So.
Right. And that might be, we don't know, is it a subtle form of aggression? Is that an unspoken rule of the aliens that will eventually contact us? Will your package be a threat?
And then the week before, we discussed the what to do when you meet a pug, which is a common type of dog and can be very disconcerting because it seems like they shouldn't survive, and yet people celebrate them, and that probably can be confusing to you, more so than how to deal with the issue of with that kind of acceleration to get to that speed. How do you decelerate in a way, you know, that doesn't cause issues with the G forces? So you can solve those kinds of issues, but that doesn't mean you're going to be able to figure out how do you relate to someone who thinks that's okay to support.
It seems like the pug was actually a result of G forces.
Now that you mention it, I feel like we should bring, our guest has been very patient.
Our guest has been very patient. We were originally planning on bringing a professor with a long history of human studies. Unfortunately, she was not able to make it because she is currently on a backpacking adventure in Brazil. So she did send her assistant professor, who we'll have on to talk about human subtleties. Specifically, today we'll be talking about what is it that makes a person nice? What does it take? So let's welcome her to the show, Assistant Professor Karen.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me.
It's so nice to have you. I know that you're a recent graduate, and can you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Of course. Thank you for asking me to share. So I got my PhD in more of the metaphysical realm of human behavior, specifically the nicety gene.
Yeah.
Been recently discovered, and we're learning a lot about it. And I'm just so grateful to have a platform beyond the classroom to be able to talk about it without anyone butting in, like Professor Donnelly, who was not able to make it today.
Joey, really, he likes to come in every morning and tell me about his dreams, and I hate it because no one gives a shit. But I have a very hard time. We've definitely fought about this, and he says I'm a bitch when I say that, and I can kind of hear it. But what I heard you. What I heard when you said, "Why don't you listen to me?" is that you were actually calling me a bitch.
But I didn't use those words.
Yeah, he actually didn't. It's just that that's what I heard, which is another, I think, great example of just these unspoken rules of communication.
Of course, I'm hearing a lot of positivity here. Really, I think you should be encouraged, and I think you should also be encouraged to know that no one gives a shit about anyone else's dream. And it's normal to be really irritated when anyone goes on and on about the details of their dream because it's boring. So that's a normal emotional response. You're a human being, not an alien. So you do have the capacity to emote.
So I should just tell him I don't care. See?
Okay. But what happens when, like, Janelle will often talk to me about what she just ate and will discuss with me.
Did you just call me a pig?
No, see, I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all. It was just, you'll discuss what you're eating. And then I'll say, that sounds delicious. And then she'll say, what are you accusing me of? And I don't know how to respond to that.
It's like he thinks I'm a whore or something.
Yeah, it does sound like that.
I didn't say that. I didn't.
You heard it.
There's a lot of judgment around women and food, and I think men need to read my book about how to listen and stop talking. And so maybe you should pick it up because men are less likely to possess the niceness gene. It's now just common knowledge that that's just part of the DNA. The whole double helix sitch. So when she talks about what she's eating, maybe you need to listen and not judge and not call her a whore.
Wow, what I'm hearing is that you think I'm so pretty and amazing.
You're really intuitive, and I think that's why we get along so well, just right off the bat like this. And Joey, I think you have a lot of potential. Don't get me wrong.
I'm feeling very much like a third wheel in my own show at this point, my own co-host show.
Wheels are adorable. They just turn and turn.
I just. All right. So sometimes when I forget and I leave the seat up, she calls me a monster, and she holds a knife to my throat and says, "Try it again." And I feel like that's threatening.
Well, it's hard for a man to be with a woman who challenges him, and it sounds like that's what's happening in your dynamic. And it's also very typical for people to be really annoyed by that situation. No one likes that when people are just mindless about what their bathroom hygiene is.
Joey likes to blame me for 9/11.
What? I just said that when that was happening, it took a while to wake you up to see what was on the TV.
Wow. Why don't you just, why don't you just blame the Challenger explosion on me as well? I wasn't even alive then.
That was caused by a failure to listen to the warnings about cold weather and the O-rings. That had nothing to do with you.
Wow.
What did I say?
Well, I have good news for you both. I'm doing a workshop actually next weekend, and it's called 9/11, Why It Wasn't Your Wife's Fault. So you can both be attendees. I will give you a discount.
really speaks to me. Like, I feel like that was just kind of created just like for us, you know.
It happens a lot in relationships, and it's hard for men to understand that women are not personally responsible.
I am having a hard time understanding. I guess this does reaffirm, if there are aliens listening, that again, as you can see by my own missteps, that there are, it is a difficult social context to navigate.
But Joey, can I tell you something else? You're
Sure.
a human being with emotions, and you have a right to be here and emote. But you don't have a right to call your wife a whore.
I didn't say that. I didn't. Okay. Thank you very much for tuning in.
We should decide where we're gonna get dinner. Because I don't care what we eat, but we should decide.
I feel like I'm going to suggest a place and then you're not going to be okay with it.
Where do you want to go?
Well, I mean, I really like the Indian place around the corner.
Are you hearing this?
I am.
If you have a choice of planets to go to, this may not be your first. Maybe there's got to be ones that make more sense than this. I'll be in the workshop.
Sounds like that's a good place for you right now.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and close the show.
That is our show. I feel relieved. I feel excited. I feel a real sort of sensation that I haven't felt in a long time. Thank you, Assistant Professor Karen. You have changed my life, and I think Joey will change as well.
Apparently I need to.
I believe he will. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
That Indian place sucks, babe.
I like it.
Hello. This is Dolores Bitters of I'm So Happy for You, the radio show for the reformed petty, bitter, and dumped, because we all thrive here together in Dubuque, Iowa. Let's jump into the show because we all know how important it is to, say it with me, move on and get happy. Okay, well, I have here today with me my co-host, Danny Joy. That's D-A-N-I Joy. You can find her on all the socials. She is the love and life coach who specializes in helping the downtrodden move on. Danny Joy, thank you so much for being my co-host today.
Oh my God, I'm so honored that you would invite me to do this with you. What a treat to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's have a quick note from our sponsor, Tire Slashers. Tire Slashers, for all your discounted tire needs. All right, Danny, well, I want to thank you for coming on. And let's just, before we jump right into it, tell me, how have you been? Are you happy? Are you finding joy?
Well, I'll be honest with you, Dolores. It's been tough. I've been going through a divorce. I was evicted from my apartment, and I'm currently living in my car. So things are a little rough, but you know what? I'm looking forward to just moving forward and getting past these things and trying to, get happy.
Oh, yes. Let's move on and get happy. Okay, great. So today for our first guest, we have Violent. We're not supposed to call her Violent, but Violet Hayden. She's recently released from prison for catnapping her former partner's feline. Violet says she's ready to move on, but she's still so angry at her former partner for putting her in prison. Danny Joy, are you ready to help our guest?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Hi, Violet. How are you today?
It's real nice being here, y'all. I just visited the snack machine. Dude, I haven't had an Oreo in so long. I also did eat all of your Funyuns. I feel good. I feel real fucking good right now.
That's great.
You know, Violet, I've been where you are. When I got out of prison, Funyuns were all I wanted to eat. So I really hope that they're helping you out.
That's amazing. I would eat you up in prison.
Okay.
That's just, sometimes it's hard to adjust when you're just coming out of prison. You forget how to talk to people.
Absolutely. Well, let's dive into that a little bit deeper. Have you spoken with your ex-partner since, I'm sorry, I believe you kidnapped the cat?
I allegedly kidnapped her cat.
Okay.
I allegedly did call her last night, and then when she allegedly did not pick up, I did allegedly slash one of her tires.
Okay, so it sounds like you definitely did all of those things.
No, that frees me from all responsibility.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. It doesn't seem like you've been rehabilitated, and that's partly our U.S. justice system is to blame for that. But I maybe you should call her. What is her name?
Rebecca. Can't even, I say her name. I'm sorry. You ever like you smell something, you become like violently ill? Rebecca, the name.
Okay, now Violet, let me ask you, what do you want to get out of this conversation? Because it seems like you're very angry and might not be ready to move forward.
I have a lot of stuff that I need to say out loud that I wrote down in prison. But
I would love if you could share a little bit of that with me, if you feel comfortable.
Well, I went into prison one kind of person, and I came out mostly the same kind of person, but I also came out a poet.
Okay.
Emotions, anger, I spit on your face. That's one. That was one of my first.
That's very powerful.
Wow, that's
very powerful. Now I know before you move on that it's the rest of your poems, which we are dying to hear. Let me assure you, it is part of your parole that you have to manage your anger and learn how to do that. And let me ask you, how do you feel after reading and writing these poems? Are they helping you move on and get happy?
Don't fucking ring that bell again.
Okay.
The poetry, it has a certain effect on me. I wouldn't call it relief. It's more of a reaffirmation of the anger that I have, which helps me to justify my behavior, which is important to me.
Absolutely.
Well, speaking of your behavior, it looks like we have a caller on the line. Magenta, your former cellmate from the Louisiana State Penitentiary. Magenta, you're on with Dolores and Danny.
Hello.
Oh my God, Violet! It's been like weeks. How's it going?
Oh my God, Magenta! They have so many Funyuns out here.
I heard you say that. I heard you talk about the Oreos and oh my God. P.S. Dolores and Danny, we used to listen to your show every week in our cell. We used to have little listen parties. We'd call them.
We would take our pants off a little and listen, get comfortable is all I'm saying.
We really had goals. Goals
Yes.
to be happy.
I love hearing that, ladies. I've heard that this show is very popular in prison because it's full of people ready to ding ding move on and get happy.
Yeah, so Violet, I heard your poem, and I just wanted to applaud you for like saying it out loud in front of other people. And I just wanted to tell you that I've been working on my joke writing, and you inspired me to write something like just a second ago. And don't think bad about me because of my previous felonies, but like here goes. I like my Oreos how I like my victims, drowning.
She drowned her niece.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Magenta.
It's really hard to hide a child's body. I just in case you guys were ever thinking, she's in prison for a long time now because there's no more allegedly. And this is the drowning motion.
Okay.
She's cool. She is a fucking cool chick, man.
Well, Danny, I don't know about you, but I think we're hearing some really powerful stuff today. I know it's important to get those emotions out. I know that art and creativity is the way to move forward. Danny, what are you feeling?
I'm feeling that this is actually maybe a very problematic show. These are some incredibly emotionally disturbed people that we're having on as our guests, Dolores, and I'm not sure that this is a healthy way of finding happiness.
Yes, and that's why first of all, I'm with you completely. I don't like to have guests that just come on and it's like, oh, I did this, I was mad about that, I'm still mad about this. What we're doing here at I'm so happy for you is we are finding a way to be happy for others, which in turn will teach us how to be happy for ourselves, right? So, Violet, is there anything that is happening in your life to other people around you that is making you feel particularly strongly?
Rebecca had to take an Uber to work today, which was hilarious because she lives really far from her job.
That's great. And so it sounds like you were happy for her that she got there.
Oh, for her. Yeah. Sure. Mm-hmm. Danny you look like you're crying.
No, I'm not crying. I'm just, I think this whole thing is really fucked up. I'm dealing with a lot right now, as I mentioned earlier.
If you have too many emotions, I can say from experience that getting pepper sprayed in the face helps you to really think less about your emotions and more about just like external pain, which can really help sometimes. Oh, do you want me to pepper spray you, Dolores?
So sweet. Thank you, Violet. No.
God.
Oh my God. I'm learning how to help people.
You are.
I want to help you.
So happy for you.
Oh man, I feel really good right now. Like too good.
Okay, I think that's all the time we have today. Things got off the rails really, really fast. Dolores, you want to take us out?
Yeah, I just want to tell you guys before we go that if you have nothing else to be happy about, my neighbor has a new corgi puppy and I'm so happy for her.
They're so cute.
Really touching show today, guys. Thank you for joining me. I gotta go. Danny, take over, Danny.
Okay, that's all we have for this week. Tune in next week. We'll have a new guest. I might not be here because this is all incredibly fucked up.
I got some
But until
Funyuns.
then, what's that, Violet?
Oh, I was just gonna ask you if you're not doing anything after this. I have some Funyuns in my car that I could share with you.
No. Why the fuck not?
I would come for that. Yeah. Bye, everyone. Be happy for us. We're gonna have some fun now.
Fucking good, man.
And that is our show/shows. Everyone on cast, come on back. Thank you so much for joining us. We had one person who came on at the very end of the last show who was like, what is going on here? This is,
I bet.
which is brilliant. I love it. That obvious internet stuff here. So as a reminder, No Pants does a different format every time we go up. Next show is on Wednesday. And what's that one?
Family reunion.
Family reunion. And you now know as much as I think as any of us do about
Yeah,
what
I don't
that's
know
going to
anything.
be. Maybe you love them, maybe you hate them, maybe it will have something for everyone. Thank you all very much. Feel encouraged to subscribe to the Twitch channel so you'll know when something new is coming up. We have shows every Wednesday and Sunday, and then we're doing more and more shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays also. Hope you got to laugh, and bye.
Bye.
Oops.